Welcome to the Nick and Jimmy Show. On today's episode, we have the one and only Max Butera from Ask Max. We know Max for over 20 years. We appreciate him. He's the Montreal connector, you could say.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, buddy.
Thanks. Nick and Jimmy. How you doing, boys?
Welcome, man. I like your shirt. Ask Max.
Yeah.
They make it for men or?
Yeah, they do.
Welcome to the Nick and Jimmy Show. On today's episode, we have the one and only Max Butera.
Massimo. No, yo soy Massimo.
Welcome to the Nick and Jimmy Show. On today's episode, we have the one and only Max Butera, also known as Ask Max Events. He's one of the biggest connectors in Montreal. And we know Max personally
It's been a while.
for over 20 years. Thank you for being on the show, buddy.
It's a pleasure, guys.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Did they make it for man or?
Sure.
You sure? No? Okay, I'm just wondering.
So, for the people that don't know you, Max, talk to us. Who are you and what do you do?
Of course. So, Max Butera. Basically, it's been 20 years I'm in business. I met you guys about 22 years ago. And I remember how I met Nick through a friend. It was quite funny.
Dick
And
Hands.
we actually had a great ride together for many years, man,
Yeah.
with MLM. And yeah, we met and through Nick. I remember I met you, and you know, we worked together for many years, and we had fun, man. And that's how we met.
Perfect. So, what do you do now? We basically back-to-back events. I know the last event was a beautiful event. I remember it like yesterday, being sarcastic because we go thrown out. It's a joke, guys. But it was a good event in Yoko Luna. Your last event was Yoko Luna?
John J.
Yeah.
with gigantic.
20 people?
Actually, we were 850.
Okay.
At Yoko Luna. It was pretty interesting.
850.
850 people.
850
yeah.
minus 400 or?
Well, when you guys left, everybody left, obviously, you know.
Of course.
But no, a pretty good event. And now I'm doing another one coming up December 19th. At
December
Bordel.
19th, my son's birthday.
Great. Bring him.
He's 1 year old.
It's in the Barcelona. But
And where's the event? December 19th?
Bordel Boutique Bar, 390 Saint Jacques, Montreal, and it's gonna be in 15 days starting from now. So December 19th.
Ask Max, how did that idea start from overnight? Like,
Great
who
question.
told you about it? How did you think about it?
Did you think about it
And
on your
so-
own or you actually did it on your
Like
own?
15 years ago, or 20 years ago, I did some MLM for a long time. So basically, 8 years ago, I was sitting on my couch and I said, you know what? Let me do a change of career. Let me communicate with all the people that I've personally met younger that have success in their own businesses. And one by one, I just communicated with them, brought them to my house. We did some kind of networking event freestyle that day. And from that, 8-9 years ago, the boys said, you know what? We had a great time at your house. Let's do it again. Rent a place. I think you guys came at Pandora 8 years ago, if
Yes,
you remember.
I remember.
That was the first.
That was your first
event.
one?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
my first. That was my second one actually, because the first ones were at my house. I don't know if you came, Nick. I don't remember, but I
Yeah,
know,
he was with me up
I
on
know
door.
a lot of people were there that we know when we were 30 a few years ago. But now it kept on growing every year, and now there's one coming up December 19th, but there's a few one coming in 2024 that I'm going to host. Interesting meetings, and I see all the interviews that you have, and a lot of people that you actually interviewed come to those events that I'm hosting, and you know, so that's why I'll refer you some great people for you. For the show.
Sure, we appreciate them. Huh?
Max, what's your purpose with these events? Like, what do you get out of it?
Good question.
Is
man.
it a money thing or are you doing it to connect people?
To
What's
be
your
honest,
purpose in
like,
life?
When I started this thing, like to be a connector or to be a middleman is not something easy. I didn't really have a mentor on it. So I searched on internet, and in New York, in Dubai, in California, in Florida, there's a lot of people that actually do that. But in Montreal, as you guys interview success, there is success stories, but not crazy, right? We're 7 million here. So I had a hard head. I just wanted to get the majority of people here that are in the big markets and connect them. It was a little vision that I had. So you asked me, what's the purpose of this? Well, even for the money or not, the purpose was to live something that when I wake up in the morning, I'm happy, right? And that turns me on to be able to meet people. It gives me the energy that I need to meet success stories. And more I hear them, I have that little power of seeing what somebody offers and what somebody wants. So no joke, I have that skill. I just connect. And sometimes it could pay me a lot of money in a short period of time, or sometimes it doesn't, So that's why I host those events once or twice a year, maybe bring it up to 4 times a year. So I do my, my money there with those events. But slowly, the purpose is to be able to inspire people in Quebec and make them work together to be stronger, as special as the message sounds, right?
And what was the biggest success story so far with your connections?
Younger, I've connected people that are still in business today. Other times I've connected people that are still in a power couple today, believe it or not. We know some people that I introduced younger, and they've created families and empires together. So when I was younger, I saw that little connection talent that I had. But with years, I decided to bring it to another level, basically. And now these business meetings are getting serious now, because there's people of all walks of life that are meeting and creating situations that are not supposed to happen. So even if I wouldn't be paid for it, I would still do it because it's something that I'm made for. But if I can transform this business into propulsing people to realize their dreams and connect and, change the mentality that people have in Quebec about, they say, petit train va loin, or one by one, or this, that. A lot of people don't think that there's money in Quebec or there's business, but there's a lot of success stories that come from this province. And I'm proud of living here and connect all those people, regardless,
Here's a question for you, Max. Why only Quebec? Because there's a big French community in Florida, for example, and there's a lot of hidden success stories in Florida. LA, Europe, why only Quebec?
My business model is with a lot of personal connections. So the people that I invite in my events, I personally know them one by one. If I go in another province, I don't necessarily have that proximity with people. And because I don't have that proximity, we can't necessarily recreate the same atmosphere. But I thought about it. I thought about it, and I want to actually share with you what I'm going to do this year. We're going to start with Toronto. Tomorrow it's 5 times bigger than Montreal.
Of course.
And I'm just going to go in Toronto and all the big areas like Vaughan, Hamilton, Bayview, all that, downtown Toronto, everywhere there, Mississauga, and do some kind of contest of who is the Ask Max, but in Toronto. So slowly I'll get some names, and eventually I'll get the top 3. Then I'll interview them. Then I'll find the top guy there, and I'll explain him to start. Let's say his name is Frank. Okay, I'll tell him to start Ask Frank, which is going to be the same concept of Ask Max, but chapeauté par Ask Max. Like as if I have
So
a hat
sponsoring,
on.
like you're gonna do like a franchise of your Ask Max.
Something like that, and then eventually Vancouver, and then from that go in the nice
Scale
big
from
cities, either in Dubai. This would be my dream actually, to have like 10, 20
Or even
cities,
LA.
10, 20 cities in the world where I can find the people that have the voice and be able to have the power of the voice. Because if you have the money is one thing, but if you have the power and the voice, that's another. The influence, we all see it now. On peut plus se le cacher. We see it. The influence has a huge.
Okay.
So you could have ambassadors
yeah.
preaching for you.
And also, do you
Like
think
you-
Well, not preaching for me, preaching
'Cause-
for themselves into this
Yes.
world that I don't know.
connected
if
to you?
Think, like I realize I've been in business for a little while. I'm 40
Your little
now.
prophets.
Not profits, just like I realize that life, and I'm interview or no, I'm telling you this. There's a few people at the top that may have fun with the planet. I guess I don't know how we could say this, relax and not pas avoir de l'air conspirateur, they're conspiracists and all that, But there is probably a few families that run the world, and even if me, you, and you team up and we scream, and even if you're worth 1 million, 10 million, or me 100 million, we're still peons. We're still.
It's true.
Think about it. So, and who's worth 100 million self-made that we know? Almost no one, or even 10. So what I said, you know what? If I team up all the success stories through Quebec, Toronto, Montreal, success stories, Quebec, Montreal, Toronto, guys, think about it. It's endless. You can have the voice, and then from the voice, you could maybe modify this world, or I'm not saying I want to change the
Do
world.
you
It's so
think
big,
that
but make a difference right now.
because obviously you didn't go to school and graduate and all that stuff? Do you think you did school of MLM, which is also known as multi-level
Well, I
marketing?
went to private school. My parents sent me to Collège de Montréal, all the way to secondary 5, grade 11.
Do you believe in school education, formal
I
education?
believe it up to a certain point, but I believe that when we have the age of 14, 15, 16,
Okay.
they play with us. They teach us how to stay small, how to stay devised, and how to stay
Exactly.
not
How
too
to be
much
an
in-
employee.
Not necessarily how to follow, because
Exactly.
whatever they call it, employee or no, they just want to keep the control. And it sounds like if I'm conspiratist and all that, but it's not. It's just the facts. You know what I mean? Like, so
So Max, as a person, of your networking and introducing people to other people, connecting people, you went to school for a bit.
Yeah.
But also how we met is through MLM, multi-level marketing, network
Yeah.
marketing,
Direct sales.
direct sales, and we feel that it's actually a great school, a school of life, a school of personal development with a compensation plan. And we learn many things all together. And we find that people that were in that school per se have actually become business owners, entrepreneurs.
They did. Not all, but
Not all,
some of them.
but
It's
just
really
like
impressive,
just like
yeah.
anything in life.
It's a good question. The difference between MLM and traditional school. Well, I have a daughter, Rosanna. She's 9, okay, and she goes to traditional school. And basically, I want her to learn as much as she could from that portion, okay, from school. But I want her to know what I've learned through MLM because MLM teach me a lot. Teach you guys a lot, okay? Teach a lot of friends to us. And if I close my eyes and I remember younger, they were 18, 19, 20. They read some books. They went to the meetings. They traveled. We've traveled so many places together.
Okay, so you're working with Sean Turcotte, which was also part of this school, MLM.
Yeah.
And he built a solid company. And there's another person that we know, Nathan Goldberg, that at one point in time was also in this school of life.
Yeah.
And he started working with Sean Turcotte.
And not only Sean or Nathan, there's so many success stories about people like, let's say, guys, PandaPay. You guys know this company, Jean-Maxime Deruisseau and Mark Sarpuchello. They're doing really well. Or guys like Jean-Simon Lebrèche, which was an RVP in ACN that today has $1 million company.
Oh, the guy that got with the Bitcoin thing.
He has a company that has, you know, in construction and je sais pas comment dire en anglais, là, des comptoirs de cuisine, tout ça, okay?
Oh, nice.
So,
Countertops.
yeah, and stuff in ceramic et tout ça, c'est unbelievable what you've built. Or Maxime Rondeau that has great stuff. And I could keep on going with hundreds of success stories all over Quebec that started through that and that succeed really well, such as Nathan Goldberg or Sean Turcotte.
But do you like us?
Of course.
And your mentor was a guy called Simon Aboud, aka Peanut Butter Boy. Mr. Simon Aboud, we're gonna show him this.
Right there.
Oh, there. And we'll talk to him too. Go ahead. Talk to us about your mentor. He was one of your mentors, right?
I think he's one of yours too. I saw
100%.
your
Absolutely.
post.
Very respectable man. We were at his house actually a couple of months ago.
That's cool. So yeah, Simon, I met him, he was 19. Today's 44 or something like that.
Amazing.
And it's been a while. Actually, I can't believe it's been so many years. So I've seen this man grow from when he got started, he was making good money, 5-10 grand a month, all the way to today, which is worth financially a lot, but more inspirely and into all his projects. I think his name is respected all over the world, actually, as one of the biggest networker in the world. So yeah, he is. He will always stay somebody that teach me everything. Obviously, with years, I've met new people that inspired me in different industries as well. But Simon Aboud will always stay your and I first mentor for life, I guess.
Of course.
He was.
Are you still close to your first mentor, or?
Well, he has a family now, and I've took different routes. But obviously, we speak once in a while, and we always respect each other.
Absolutely.
So, what's your vision and what's your goal with AskMax in the near future?
Well, first, I know what I want in life. I want to be happy. I want my daughter to be happy. I want to have a certain degree of respect for my body, take care of me and, live old and basically have whatever family I have left. I have my father, my daughter, and a bit of family left and right. And then my friends and my circle, I want that to be really close to me. That's important for me. And I guess balance. I just want to inspire balance to people. I'm not the most balanced person in life. I actually know what I have to do to be balanced. To get there in all the sphere of your life is not easy. But I know that by doing the small things, I'll get to the big things that I know. So my vision is to inspire people and propulse them to get a kick in the ass and get moving because they have one life to live and there's hope and there's time, I guess we live 29,200 days on this planet. I don't know if you guys ever heard that stat, but 3,065 times 80 gives about 29,200. That's the amount of days you live in this life. I don't know what days you're at. I know what I'm at my age. And an average we talk, so from my age today to 50, 60, I guess it's going to be my nicest years in my life. I want to be happy and I want people around me, my daughter, to be happy. That's what I want.
So based on all the conversations, because you deal with a lot of business owners, right?
Yeah.
So all the conversations you're having with business owners are people struggling right now with the economy and all that jazz.
That is unbelievable.
And pre-COVID and after COVID too.
Well, think of my business. A lot of people got affected. You guys had the NPS, a great processing business, and you got affected somehow with your call
We
centers
had
and
to adapt.
everything. Imagine me having meetings of 900 people that somebody stays and shake hands of someone for like an hour face to face into one meeting with 1,000 people. I realized that I was the most affected with my business model, but that didn't stop me from keep on going on the phone, on internet, and keep on connecting. And now COVID finished, and then everybody's back on the track. But through meeting all those people, guys, even the people in Quebec that have money or businesses, they still have issues and still have situations. It all comes up to there is a situation in our economy. We see the interest rates growing like crazy. And yeah, I think that the world needs a push. And that's why I do ask Max to give hope and for people to not give up, even though it's hard. There's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
And from your Ask Max events and anything you created so far, who would you say has been the most inspiring person to you that you met
That's a good question.
and you build relationship with and everything?
That's a really good question. It's not only the people that have money that inspire me, it's the people that stimulate me and that have the power to coach others how to be a better person. That really is a skill. Like Simon Aboud, he has that little touch of okay. So
Well, through your events now we're talking about,
yeah,
not past.
every event that I'm doing, I'm giving a trophy of l'entrepreneur Ask Max of the Year. 2 years ago, I gave it to John Jay because I saw him build what he did in the city with Gigantic and Cage as partner and everything. Let's give it to him. Wow, it's like il est allé la tête haute, heads up in the COVID, took 1234, transformed it into one of the biggest clubs in Canada and stuff, you know. So seeing that man build what he's building, seeing how he manages 400 or 500 employees in Quebec downtown, seeing this, it's a heck of a mentor and of a success story. And the year that just passed, I gave it to JP Mouradian, Jean-Paul Mouradian, that owns Covico Construction, that owns le Gala Maxime, le Festival du Grand Prix, le Festival des Caraïbes, GPM Marketing, So this guy made a lot of money last year and the year before too. But most importantly, he's inspiring. He's giving up to others. Remember how you were trained in network marketing younger? En faisant les petites choses, on va retenir les grandes choses. If you become too big to do the small things, you'll become too small to have those big things. I've been living my life into that philosophy. And when I see somebody that has all that, then ça me fait quelque chose. It makes me something. So I give him a trophy. So at Merry Christmas, the 19th of December, there will be somebody, which I won't say now, that I'll have.
Are you going to invite us or?
Of course, you're more than invited. Let's have fun that night.
Just in case we have to ask.
7 to 11, obviously, networking, and 11 to 3. Companies gave me about 50 to 100 grand of gifts.
Interesting.
Nice gifts. Really like nice gifts, not shitty
Should we
shit,
come
man.
for a few drinks or
Come
more?
and have fun, guys, and meet people, to network and to see if it could help out your processing business. You're moving in Morocco. I'm really proud of you guys too.
It's not official, but yes.
Well, I mean, like some business you're gonna do using, the Morocco country is great, is intelligent, great move, and I'm all about helping you guys into getting some new customers. And
Do you like us?
Of course, he asked me. I love you guys. Right?
Obviously, Ask Max, it's not only a charity event. You're meeting some great people through it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Who would you say that you met personally through your events, through connecting people, has inspired you, but not only inspired you, helped you through your advancement of your career, and also helped you for you and your family, like your daughter, like you said.
Some of them inspire me with the money they make. Example, Luc Poirier.
Beautiful.
Let's talk about him. Luc Poirier is somebody that did a deal a few weeks ago for $240 million.
He bought it for $8 million.
And he's tough paying those minimums. Everybody knows his story. And it's somebody that's extremely inspiring. I remember meeting this man 8 years ago in Candiac with his wife at my house with my ex-wife, and me, my ex-wife, him and his wife were at my house. We were eating, and then he went to the bathroom, and she was telling me that her man was a risk taker, and sometimes they could lose everything in one day, or they could become a billionaire from day to the other. And he actually made it. And that's the financial inspiration people I met through this world. But there's other ones like my cousin Jonathan Mascola, that's been a personal trainer for 20 years in a row, 6 days, 5 days a week, training people all over the world. So he's my cousin. But on the business side, I've seen somebody that has discipline, that saves lives of people, that inspires artists and sportives and all that. And on the other side, I've met people like Simon Aboud, or people that are master connectors or master influencers that have such an influence to influence people and really inspire them. So I'm giving you 3 names now, but there's so many names in Quebec, in this province, no joke, that are there in all the fields. And my little dream was to put them all into one room and see their eyes on how they connect. And I'm making it now, and it's just a beginning. So I'm fully excited about it.
Where
I'm
do
happy.
you see yourself in 20 years from now?
I'll be 60 years old. I'll be in shape. I'll be with my new family. I'll have Rosanna, my daughter, that'll be with me. I'll have, a credibility of this Ask Max message worldwide. We'll have a voice. The goal is to have a voice and be listened.
2024 is around the corner, Max. What's the next event for 2024?
Good question. So June 9 at Gare Windsor.
That's far. June. You were going to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm keeping it exclusive. Actually, no. I'm doing Saint Valentin Max. Saint Valentin Max. So, or Valen Max, or something related to Saint Valentin that's going to have the word Max into it. If you guys have ideas, DM me. But like we're doing Merry Christmas Max. It's the same for Saint Valentin. So the concept is this. I think you can like that. The goal is to create a power couple or multiple power couples. So 150 girls at Hang and 150 guys at Far Sides. From 6 to 8:30, girls are together. 6 to 8:30, guys are together. And at 8:30, I open the doors. Everybody meets. And then it's a networking Valentine's meetup night with
matchmaker stuff.
Yeah, well, business, power couple. I got ideas. It's gonna work.
So all these business you're talking about, all these venues,
yeah,
they are gigantic. They're John Jay's.
No, they're Ask Max, but I choose to work with John Jay
Why?
or with other people in the city because they are somebody that have venues appropriate for my business models, basically.
Aren't you the director of operations there or something?
No, I'm.
He promoted you
I-
for something.
I promote for Gigantic and for multiple places in the city.
Cool.
So if anybody needs any bookings related to restaurants or restaurants nightlife, they DM me and I book some corporates from Christmas parties to marriages to the party bureau, office parties, all that, or simply a night or birthday parties, right? So my people call my secretaries and, we book and we ship them everywhere where they need with the Ask Max tag. So they're welcome everywhere.
Good stuff. And for anybody watching this video right now that wants to be in your position, wants to be a connector or wants to learn about the Ask Max, what message would you give them?
Well, Ask Max Official on Instagram, first of all. They could go see everyone that comes to my events because me and my partners are actually creating a file for everyone and we put intelligent words into it so we could find what they want, what they offer, and what they need. So basically, it's connectable easier using technology, using AI, okay? So basically at those meetings, that's where everybody meets and everybody connects. But through building them a flyers, we're able to see exactly what business needs to be connected and we connect like there's no tomorrow. So
how can we add value to your business?
well, receiving me on your show like this, making me laugh at the beginning, I love it. You guys are unbelievable. That is giving value because people are going to see this interview on your Nick and Jimmy show, and some are going to add, and some are going to say, I saw you on Jimmy's show. So that, first of all, gives values. Now, it's not what you can give to me. It's more what I can give to you. I'll give you an example. You guys are with NPS, a beautiful processing company. If you have 20 new customers a month plugging in your services, that's 250 customers a year. That helps your book. So basically, I'm exposed into 10,000 people that have processing machines. If we find the correct link, we could actually switch 20 to 30
100%.
customers. So I have a point, right? So if you guys are in real estate, I'm in front of 300 builders in all my cities that have connections all over the world. So through that, it's a cheat. It allows you to have a front. So many people approach me with projects, and it's hard for me to show it to everyone because there's so many. But through AI and through new technologies that we're putting to,
What do you mean by AI? How is AI affecting your business?
the right way. At the beginning, I didn't trust Chat GPT, but now we're building a Chat GP Max. Okay,
What does that do?
check it out. C'est incroyable. So right now, AI is way more powerful than we can imagine.
Smarter than
But
humans.
my partner, Keith Butera, has been studying this for 7 years. So I have a cheat. I have somebody that understands this language, but understands my language into this. So he goes, Max, you're special. You have old school. You work with Excel spreadsheets. You work with papers. You're weird. Let me upgrade you. Let me propulse you. And he did. And he did. And he showed me stuff. And because I work with him every day next to a computer, and I'm a fast learner, I got to understand. And AI We were building flyers for everyone, but we're putting on met des mots intelligents, des mots clés. We're putting keywords. So if you put you guys processing, finding customers, real estate, the keywords around what you are, then when we type this in my system, it'll show you everything related to you, and then it'll create 2 conversations on WhatsApp with you and I, but with me monitoring all the conversations. So putting my input, getting a rebate, making it. So I'm holding something with this Ask Max. It's just hard to prove because it's a heck of a connection, but I'm 1 day away from making $1 million into connecting.
Bravo, man.
You know, so
Honestly, Max,
this is my business. Now you knew, but you're asking me why I'm doing this or where I'm seeing myself and tell you a secret, it's not easy to do it without a mentor. In ACN, we had a mentor, we had a system built for us. Today, I got to have the hats of all the things in my business, right? Toutes les aspects, all of the aspects of my business, I need a hat everywhere. So it's a heck of a thing to build something from the ground floor. And
we're proud of you, man. Seriously, you came.
And me too.
You started with one little event. Look at the last event. And 2,500 people expected. Next event for 2024, though.
People are going to pay
2024.
25 grand for a kiosk, okay, to represent their business. And maybe it looks like a lot, but not if there's 2,500 entrepreneurs that are the highest from the grade, one seeing a proximity face to face. So I sell 10 kiosks like that or 20 kiosks like that. Here goes $500,000 of commandite, $1 million of ticket, somewhere upsells another 500. So it's going to bring a revenue of about $2 million in 6 months with costs of about 500,000. So
Don't
imagine.
forget the Greek taxes, huh?
Of course. No,
But maybe we could collaborate and eventually do an event together, like Ask Max X Nick and Jimmy Show.
Of course.
Or
Imagine you
little
group.
podcast,
Imagine, and I don't know, you guys, how much people you've interviewed so far? Probably 120, 150, something like that.
From the beginning, yeah.
From the beginning. Imagine you would have one room where all those people would come. Nick and Jimmy would be there, and Ask Max would kind of host it with you in the
just
back.
like we had our first event at Bordel.
Over 100 people.
Yeah, we had.
Oh, you had that for Nick and Jimmy?
Well, they asked us a limit of, what was it again? 75
I don't know.
or whatever. There was a limit to how much you got, but
And
we
we had
doubled
over
it.
100.
We doubled it. So now it's back then. In
And
2000.
Hold
then
on,
we were
you
gonna
did a
do
Nick
it-
and Jimmy event at
were there,
Bordel?
no?
Correct.
Oh,
You were there.
I was
You
there.
were
It's true.
And then
How long ago?
We
it's
were
been?
going to do another.
2018.
We were
Oh,
going
it's
to do another one.
It's been 5 years. That's why I don't
Yeah, but
recall.
then COVID happened.
And then
Oh,
COVID
yeah.
hit. We were going to do another one in April 2020.
And did you
but
bring the
COVID-
people you've interviewed with their friends?
Of course, that was the whole point.
But it was not only the people you've interviewed.
No, they brought their friends of friends. It was great.
Okay, so it's a really similar. That's why I wanted I accepted to come on your show and everything, because we have so many points in common into our field, right?
Yeah.
But you're doing good things, Max, and
You
look,
should be
man,
proud of yourself, honestly,
should.
man.
you've come a long way, man.
To be honest, I look at all the success stories that I interview I know over here. It's hard to be like the people I'm hanging out with. They're really good. Like, they respect their numbers, les impôts au Québec, the taxes, the family, they have time, they're orchestra. I'm not that perfect. I'm just a fucking connector. I can connect. But I'm becoming at a certain point where I have to step up because I know what business I represent and I'm ready for that. So I need all my friends to be on the same page with me,
Would
to
you ever
get
leave
together.
Canada?
What a question. So I travel in 41 countries. Somebody asked me last week, what's the place you travel and you like the most? Maybe you're going to laugh at my answer. Maybe all of you are going to laugh at my
Vermont?
answer. No, Montreal. I love Montreal. I love Montreal. I don't want to leave this place, but I don't want to only stay here. I want to stay here 6 months, a year, and 1 month, and 6 other countries. I want to have 7 houses kind of thing. And I want you guys to do the same. So we switch houses in Greece and Italy and fucking everywhere, That's what really what I want to do.
But are you happy?
Bro, look at my face. Of course I'm happy. I'm happy. And the only thing I want is all of us to be happy.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We know you, especially it's December now, December 2023. You are jammed with meetings, Christmas parties, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking time. We appreciate you. We love you. And we know you have a bright future ahead of you, brother.
That's amazing, man, Jimmy. Nick and Jimmy show.